What surprised you about sex after having it for the first time? That my core isn't as strong as I thought it was. I call that the sex muscles because you're using an entire new group of muscles. Edit, please. I don't want to hear about your sexual experience with these muscles. That was the only thing that I could say after my first time. My sex muscle really fucking hurts. You are a charm. Have an upvote. Holy shit. If I'm going to do more of this, I need to get in shape. Oh yeah. Cramps in your legs. No stamina. Short breath. That was a ride. Literally, but yeah. Why is this so relatable? Worst thing was also, you don't want to disappoint her. In my case, my then GF. So you think, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail. And then you get in your head too much and then can't stay hard either. RIP. Hated it when that happened. The girl's mother trying to barge in. The door was blocked by a dresser and her gaze beamed into the room like the eye of Sauron. You shall not come. One cock ring to rule them all. How hard it was to keep your erection when you have to run upstairs and find a condom and then try to put it on really fast. How soon were her parents coming home? It was my place and we were alone. I just wanted to hurry up and do it. Upvote for pure honesty. Go get it, man. Relevant username. All the weird noises. Sorry, I don't know why I sound like a beached whale giving birth when I come. It's just my thing, I guess. Now all I can think of is Finding Nemo. Thanks, I hate it. I thought I'd feel him come inside me, but I didn't. Really tried focusing every time to see if I'd feel anything at all. But no. Oh yeah, and I can't finish with just penetration. That part was annoying. Fun but annoying. Most women, like 70%, need clitoral stimulation to reach orgasm. You are not an outlier. It is quite funny how our culture always fails to mention this, and it leads to a lot of women not coming and faking their orgasms to make men happy because they feel like they should be coming with penetration. Also, they might never come while with a partner because of this, as they never learn how to make her come, which contributes to the orgasm gap between men and women. I remember there being a book, which I think was quite the bestseller, titled She Comes First, with the author essentially suggesting that, with the majority of women, it makes sense for the partner to stimulate her with the hands and, even more, with the tongue. For exactly that reason. A fake. There's the claim, which I'm actually not sure about regarding its accuracy, that a lot of women have a lot easier time orgasming again after they already did. So a prolonged foreplay, in quotation marks, because the idea of only penetration being real sex is dumb, makes a lot of sense in that regard. 2. Can you please look up which book that was? This. So much. If my partner and I jump straight into penetration without an opener orgasm for me, it's nice but not like good. If he makes me come beforehand, carrot, herder, everything feels so much better afterwards, and I can even come again from the penetration alone. I was surprised that, although sex felt better, masturbation gets the climax much faster. That's the most relieving thing here. I really hope it's true. It is. Are we talking wanking with the hand, or with a toy here? Them toys make me come like 4x as fast. Given all the joking about premature ejaculation, I was surprised with how long I lasted. This is pretty much the only one I'm on the same page with. I hear all these jokes about lasting like 30 seconds and totally went into it expecting that sort of outcome. Usually it doesn't happen every time. Just random times when you get too into it too quickly. The women also don't sit around looking at you side-eyed and disappointed like in the movies. It was so warm in there. Yes, it is. How difficult it was to climax in the presence of another person. I'd had almost a decade of practice only doing it when alone. Postscript, I got better, and I'm grateful to everyone who helped. Exact opposite here. I lasted like a minute my first time, and was really embarrassed. It took lots of practice to last a long time. Now I don't know what to expect. Oh yes, I still have the V card. If you just make sure that, when it happens, you're enjoying yourself and you're helping your partner enjoy it, then that's all that matters. Whether you come early or late, a satisfied partner is always great. How my life was exactly the same. I still cringe when I think back to 16-year-old me. Girl I had a crush on lost her virginity to a friend at a party. I wasn't there, and knowing that I had a crush on her, everyone was careful to keep that information away from me. When I found out, I took it personally, noticed a bunch of not so nice stuff about her personality, and blamed it, to her face, on how she'd changed after losing her virginity. I lost mine a few years later. Nothing changed for me at all. I looked back and realized nothing had changed for her either. All that happened was my own jealousy forced my rose-tinted glasses away, and my crush was just a fickle infatuation that had little to do with who she was as a person. To this day, nearly 15 years later, it's still something I think about and feel embarrassed over, usually late at night when I'm trying to sleep. I wish I could go back and tell my pre-high school self how little everything mattered. I thought my world was ending at 16, and here I'm at 26 not even remembering those people's names. I was the opposite. I was aware how little everything and everyone would matter. This caused me to basically feel like I drove by and experienced nothing. Feels like I missed out not letting things matter and affect me back then. I was like, damn, that is actually a lot of work. It made me understand Charles Barkley's quote when talking about NBA teams playing 3 nights in a row. I wouldn't even want to have sex 3 nights in a row. When you're younger, sex 3 nights in a row is easy. As you get older and have less energy, it gets harder and harder to fit 3 consecutive nights of sex around your wanking schedule. Speak for yourself. I'm 23, male, 5 feet 7 and 185 lbs. No way in hell I'm having sex 3 nights in row. Largely because I can't find anyone to even have sex once with. Thanks for gold, stranger. Reddit silver. Reddit infinite money glitch. Vaginas alike. Super warm inside. 98. 6F. Nah dude, it much hotter than that. At least 98. 8F. Bro, I'm British, the fuck that mean? 37. 1. This post just explained a lot of very angry jabbing above my vagina. You guys think it's higher than it is. The whole thing makes sense now. I thought maybe mine had a knot angle or something. I can't stop laughing. Yes, when you're a dumb teen you think everything is neat and even. If dick is at this height then vagina must be too, right? Well, no. As a woman I had opposite experience. I guess I thought penises would just dangle on the bottom like where the vagina is, and I was very surprised that it's so high up. I'm so glad that's not the way it is, LMAO. How fucking exhausting it is. Same. It's all fun, but once I've climaxed I could sleep for 30 years. It's a lot of constant movement and holding yourself in weird positions. It takes endurance. I'm so fat I could probably barely have a good time. But I'm also so fat it won't matter cause no one wants it, lol. Preach. I knew that dicks got hard, but I didn't expect it to be that hard. And yet the tip is still nice and squishy. That was just something I discovered with my hands. Also that penetration can feel good. When I experimented with my fingers or toys previous to having sex, it wasn't painful, but I didn't get any enjoyment out of it. After being penetrated with a real penis, I discovered it was actually very pleasurable. May the Reddit gods have mercy on your DMs. Are people on this side seriously that messed up? Edit. I really meant this to be a little more sarcastic than it came off. I mean, my comment history alone proves I know how awful people are, lol. I do appreciate everyone taking the time to be nice though. Bruh. That apparently I have a condition known as delayed ejaculation or retarded ejaculation. Simply put, it is very difficult for me to have an orgasm during sex. I just kind of keep going at it for a long time. You would think that would be a good thing. Women complain about men not lasting long enough, etc. Instead, my first partner, an older and more experienced girl, literally stormed out of my dorm room in a fit of rage because I clearly wasn't interested in her and definitely not a virgin. Both of which I was until then. Same. I don't think this is a topic that's often discussed, but if I had a penny for every time I faked an orgasm just to avoid hurting her feelings. I mean, you hear about the inverse a lot, but a lot of women feel like there's either something wrong with you or with them if they can't make you come. Guys are supposed to come really fast, or you're not hot enough or not doing well enough. Stuff like that. So, I faked a fair few orgasms after realizing I probably wouldn't be coming tonight. Nobody's fault really. Yup. Anytime I've talked about this with friends they act like I'm the luckiest guy in the world. But having to fake an orgasm doesn't feel great. Also, lost a relationship due in part to being caught on a fake orgasm and her not thinking I found her attractive. Fun times. I don't even go that far. Just be honest, until then it's not going to happen. My first time was somewhat late in life. I was 24. She was aware I was a virgin, and I guess I'd have to describe it as her guiding me. My surprise was how great it was, and how big of an ego boost it was. I'd watched porn, but didn't expect it to be like that, so I didn't really have any misconceptions. We just clicked really well and everything went smoothly. I got a boost in confidence, and it felt like a relief in a way. For me, I had waited to be with the right woman. I had opportunities with women in the past, but knew they wouldn't work long term. Not religious or anything. Just knew what I wanted. She and I are married now. Almost 10 years. And I wouldn't change a thing. That sounds so nice. D. Queefs. She wasn't a virgin. I was. I thought she was farting. I found that out when it happened again a week later, and she said, "You do know I'm not farting, right?" I pretended I did and googled it afterwards. My high school GF didn't know what it was either and said, "Wait, that's not even coming from where it's supposed to." I was surprised someone wanted to sleep with me. For real. As a teenager I thought I was going to be some kind of 40-year-old virgin because I was so awkward around girls. But I've somehow gotten a few different girls to sleep with me over the years, and I'm now married with 3 kids. So I guess some chick are into sex with an awkward geek. What did you do different than a 40-year-old virgin? And why would he marry 3 kids? /s. FBI open up.